Ladies and gentlemen, I have always combined in this channel that Rigathi Gachagua is actually a man on a mission. And the mission for Rigathi Gachagua is bigger. And it is only Rigathi Gachagua who understands that mission. And that is why Rigathi Gachagua is doing all he can to make sure that he is the only man who runs the show of politics in Mount Kenya. And in the recent past, Rigathi Gachagua has also started moving out of the mountain. He has started meeting people across the nation. And that indicates that Rigathi Gachagua is on a bigger mission. And that mission, I've always told people that it is a mission to stop at presidency of this nation or to be the strongest leader of opposition after 2027 presidential election. And that will position him to become the president let come 2032. And I would like you to listen to this video here. And then after that, tell me what can make Rigathi Gachagua to be very serious the way he is. Please listen to this.
As a community, we are in trouble and we are at crossroads. My mother here had warned me that William Ruto is an evil man, and if he is elected president, he'll persecute me. It has come to pass. I'm not worried about myself because I'm the one who caused a mess. So me, I can be persecuted. My children can also be persecuted. But for my community, we need help. Watu wetu wote wamefutwa kazi. KRA amefuta watu wetu. Polisi amefuta watu wetu. Kila pahali biashara zetu zimeharibika. Juzi ametuma watu Nairobi wamechoma biashara zetu. But our greatest concern, where we need help, is the decision that was made last Saturday in State House when the president summoned all the police commanders and ordered an onslaught and persecution of our community. And it has begun in earnest. Out of the more than 400 people who have been arrested, 92% are people from this region. On trumped-up charges, no evidence, nothing. Just as my aunt here had told me that this community shall face persecution. We are shocked that ya kwamba huyu majority leader wetu, the MP for Kikuyu, working with William Ruto, have embarked on a scheme to have our young children taken to all manner of courts with all manner of charges.
Listening to that video, it is very clear that Rigathi Gachagua wants to do everything on earth to make sure that he wins the entire Mount Kenya to himself. And that indicates that Rigathi Gachagua, let come 2027, he is actually going to be on the ballot. And Rigathi Gachagua is showing this broadly. And now tell me, a man who can go to that length, will that man give way to stop at presidency to somebody else. But for me, after watching this video, I have come to be convinced that Rigathi Gachagua actually will be on the ballot let come 2027, because there is no person who can go to that length, hitting at the president directly, and then you can say that that person will shelve his political ambition for somebody else. It doesn't happen, because it looks like Rigathi is clearly on the mission of becoming the president let come 2027, or at least of stepping at presidency let come 2027. And the plan for Rigathi is actually very simple. First, he must make sure that the entire Mount Kenya is totally behind himself. And that is why he looks to fight. And he is telling the people of Mount Kenya that I brought you to this mess, and it is me who is going to remove you from this mess. He is telling the people of Mount Kenya that I can be persecuted, my children can be persecuted, but the community cannot be persecuted. I will make sure that that doesn't happen to my community. What does that mean? It means that Rigathi Gachagua wants to own the entire Mount Kenya as a block. And then, after owning Mount Kenya as a block in its entirety, he will use that to bargain with other political leaders from the opposition. And when it will come to the numbers, it is obvious Rigathi Gachagua from that side of opposition will have the numbers other than other political leaders. And then he will convince them that you need to support me because I have the numbers. Because you have been seeing Rigathi Gachagua coming out clearly and telling Fred Okengo that you need to form a party of your own. You need to make sure that the Gusii community in its entirety, it is behind you. And he has also told that to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. But from the side of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, he has proved beyond doubt that he is with the Kambas and he controls them. And he wants Fred Okengo to do the same. And then that's why he has told them, after they have done all that, then they will come to the national table and they will discuss who should take that group of opposition forward. And this looks like, if that is going to happen, then automatically it is Rigathi Gachagua who will be on the ballot. And at the same time, if you look at what is happening presently, Rigathi Gachagua is becoming also popular across the nation. And whenever Rigathi Gachagua goes, you will find that the slogans of Rigathi Gachagua are being welcomed by the young people. If you go to the entire nation and you speak about one term, that will be associated with Rigathi Gachagua. If you go across this nation and you speak about Haro cousins, then that also will be associated with Rigathi Gachagua. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has tried to come up with a half-term, but that slogan of a half-term, which is really related to one term, is actually not being welcomed by many people. And if you look at Rigathi Gachagua from the side of opposition, he is the only person who is taking William Samoei Arap Ruto directly. He is the one who is actually standing in front of William Samoei Arap Ruto and telling him, we are here to remove you out of power. We are here to make you to be a one-term president. And therefore, you cannot tell me that somebody who has gone to that length will put aside his political ambition, will self aside his political ambition for another person. Actually, it doesn't happen. And even that, if it happens, it might lose its purpose and its meaning. So Rigathi Gachagua is on an offensive charm across the nation because he knows that I have consolidated the mountain and the mountain is now behind me. And that's why of late, whenever the president goes to Mount Kenya, you will find people reject the president. They don't listen to the speech of the president. And that has actually happened severally. Even when the president goes to the doors of the deputy president, Abraham Kithure Kindiki, you will find that still the president faces a lot of opposition from the people, indicating that Rigathi Gachagua has taken over in the mountain as a voting bloc, and a person who has the entire Mount Kenya as a voting bloc, which is equivalent to 6 million votes. You cannot tell me that that person will step aside for a person who comes with a bloc of around 2.5 million votes. So I am telling people it's quite clear that Rigathi Gachagua is actually going to be on the ballot late come 2027. And I have no doubt about that. And in this move of Rigathi Gachagua going to the ballot, Rigathi Gachagua wants two things to happen. He either becomes the president of the Republic of Kenya, or he will be a very strong opposition leader equivalent to what Raila Amolo Odinga has been in this nation. And you have always seen, because Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has been very strong. He has always been made to be as a co-president. Kibaki made Raila to be a co-president. Uhuru has actually made Raila to be like a co-president. And now, William Samoei Arap Ruto has made Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to be as his co-president. And Rigathi Gachagua has learned a lot from this. And he knows that if you make yourself to be the stature of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, then you become untouchable. And that is why Raila Amolo Odinga, in any length he goes, he has never been arrested. The only thing you can go is to have an handshake with him if you want the nation to be in peace. And I think Rigathi Gachagua has learned a lot from that. And even those who are behind Rigathi Gachagua, they are pushing Rigathi Gachagua that Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, you must be on the ballot. Let come 2027. And they know they will benefit a lot. Because with Rigathi Gachagua being on the ballot, let come 2027, all the people who will be on DCP as a political party, seeking for elective positions, they will always be voted in. And any person who will be outside that framework will also be voted out. And that is what the followers, the political friends of Rigathi Gachagua wants. So they will get that benefit because Rigathi Gachagua is on the ballot. And for Rigathi Gachagua, once he will be on the ballot, he is very much assured that he will either become number one and become the president, or he will be either be position 2 and he will become one of the most powerful opposition leader in this republic. And being a powerful opposition leader, it means now that he can go for an handshake with the government of the day. And he can benefit a lot from that because he can act as a co-president the same way Raila Amolo Odinga is doing now. And therefore, don't expect that Rigathi Gachagua will not be on the ballot let come 2027. My fellow listeners, what do you say about all this? Do you have the same perspective as me? Are you seeing Rigathi Gachagua being on the presidential ballot let come 2027? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this was the first time for you to bump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And whenever you subscribe to this YouTube channel, always make sure to smash the bell button. And with that, I say thank you and may God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.